So what are the latest trends in technology that you offer, and why do clients love it?
So one of the really things that I'm excited about at the moment is that we can design in real time in virtual reality. So we use the HTC Vive and Revit architecture, and what we're able to do is immerse the client in the design while we're designing it. We can put walls around them, we can throw in windows, we can change and move everything, and they're walking through the design while we're working on it still, and they get to give input. And then what's neat is while they're looking at it in virtual reality, we'll be watching on the screen what they're looking at, and so they can say, oh, can you move this wall, and we'll just move it. And I have clients sometimes spend so much time walking around their home that I actually just had a lady say, "Can I come out now? Can you bring me out?" like she needed my permission because she was so immersed in it, and she's so emotionally attached to the home that the technology, just everything connects, and it's really amazing how we're able to do that for people right now. And I love custom homes, and when you watch a couple who've been dreaming about something for maybe like 5 years, right, while they've been doing their planning and everything, and then we start to create the vision for them, and they get to walk into it, and you can just see how much joy they have. Because typically when we draw a house plan or something like that, it's on a piece of paper maybe as big as this table.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's 2,000 square feet or 10,000 square feet.
It looks the same,
It
right?
does. It looks the same.
Yeah.
But when we throw the virtual reality headset on, all of a sudden, oh, that's what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
That's great, and having the builder standing right there or sitting there while that's happening. If the customer is saying, well, I'd like to move that wall or bring it in, or he's there to say, well, no, that's actually not going to work, or work, it's great.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, you brought a key point up, I believe, in the connection with the client. This is another tool, I think, that really connects you closely with that client, and that's what you want when you're collaborating with that client, is you want that connection. So what it's a good way. It's not a gimmick to get somebody connected with you, but you want to be connected because really at the end of the day, they're spending a lot of money on this whole project and stuff like that, and you want to capture what they have in their heart with this for their home that they're going to be living in for quite a long time.
Absolutely. And it like one thing we've noticed is that people get picky about like some minor details. Like they'll walk into the home and they probably didn't see on the piece of the paper that there's a column in the hallway or something like that, and they'll walk into the home and they'll be like, "Can you get rid of that column? Is it possible?" Like, because I can't live with that being there. And so then we get to explore like the options of like how we can move things around and alter things and make things work. Or they'll look at a detail on a plan and they'll be like, oh, I don't think I'll like that. And then we actually step them into it. And most of the time they're like, oh, sold. Sold. That's going to be amazing. Because you're fueling people's imaginations, right? And helping them to see things that maybe they couldn't see before. And it also comes back to budget, because when people can understand that they can afford something, then they can work on maybe the smaller details. If we're talking about a budget that can grow, or if we're talking about a small budget, then we can be like, hey, look at what you can do with the money that you can spend, right? And this is what's possible. And it really it makes the homeowner part of the team, right? It really involves them and pulls them in so that they have ownership, not just of the design and of the home ultimately, but they had ownership of the process.
That's amazing. And when I think about that, I think about different things that different companies have done over the years of giving them a book or a video or what have you. But I think this is by far the most amazing tool that we have now, is this virtual reality, and where they can walk through it and love it, and they are so part of it. They've already, started picking things out, where they're going to put it, and the builder comes along, builds it up, and they see it going up now. They've walked through it in virtual reality. Now they get to see it being built.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Yeah. I love that whole concept.